are back. The man with the beer bottle and the loud mouth, sometimes Outworlds cartoonist, doesn't do me very well. He also sings a few things. Al Curry.
There's a section of Cincinnati Mount Adams. Mount Adams, as with many of the hills in Cincinnati, started out covered with vineyards. It developed an artist colony. Why, I don't know, other than convenience, but for a long time there was an entire community of the artsy-fartsy types, which turned into hippies in the 60s, which became yuppies in the late 70s and early 80s, and it's sort of gone down. It's one of those urban blight situations. It's full of yuppies now. But it's one of those neighborhoods which is filled with lots of people who wear cotton sweaters tied around their necks, and it's mandatory that they own large dogs. The period of time in which I was performing in Mount Adams was that period when it was about to change from us freaks to those yuppies. And the large dogs had already made the appearance. And I came stumbling out of some bar drunk one night, trying to find my car, and stumbled into the remains of one of these large dogs, the size of a Shetland pony, and managed to get home and sat down and wrote a song about it. Again, I would like to remind you that this was at the request of Bill Bowers. Now I was over in the city. I had a fresh spit shine on my shoes. I stepped down off the sidewalk, Lord, I got the dog shit blues. Well, now I don't know what I can tell you. I guess we all gotta pay our dues. Now if you go into the city gritty, watch out for the dog shit blues. Now I was in the park the other day. I saw this little spaniel in the grass. When I realized what he was doing, I went over and stomped his fuzzy little ass. It made my whole afternoon, at least until I looked down at my shoes. Because I found I had a liquid variety, I guess you might want to call the weeping dog shit blues. You know, the dog's owner got kind of hostile when he saw what had come to pass, but I grabbed the man by his shirt collar, rubbed his nose all through the grass. I said, "How you like that, asshole?" I could tell that he was not amused. He came up spluttering for a policeman, yelling something about how he'd been dog shit blues abused. I was arrested for aggravated smearing. Couldn't really refuse. But one nice thing about a cell block, there ain't no dog shit blues on. Oh, there's a whole lot of rats and winos. But at least I don't have to scrape them off my shoes. But you know, now that I've been here for a week or two, I think I'm coming down with the jailhouse pervert blues. Thank you. This next song is one I came out with a number of years ago, and I used to play it accompanying myself during the breaks with a recorder. And it came about because I did backup vocals for a friend of mine on an album. Her name is Meg Davis, and she came out with an album called Captain Jack and the Mermaid. And I did harmony vocals for Meg on that. And she did a song called The Elf Glade that she and I both worked on. The Elf Glade was an attempt to show the darker side of the legends of fairy. So many times we see nothing but the sparkling and shining edge in the literature and the songs and so forth. And Meg decided she wanted to show the darker side, and we recorded it, and it was a damn good song, but I decided it wasn't sinister enough. So I wrote a song myself. Bill Bowers decided for some odd reason to print the lyrics on the front cover of Outworlds one time. What? Was it Xenolith? Oh, that was before Outworlds appeared as, yeah, in its current incarnation. Yeah. But it's called The Changeling. A pipe, flute, the haunting tune, pinprick night, give us moon. Others fear to stay, for soon the wee folk come a-dancing. Out of glenside, deep and dell, out of hillside, out of well, to the circle mound of spells, the wee folk come a-dancing. Leaf and twig, bark and stone, and each to each must call his own, and dust to dust through whistlebone, oh, the wee folk come a-dancing. Comes the elf lord robed in black, silver moth wings on his back, and he rides astride his raven jack to reign before the dancing. And comes the elf queen, regal and rare, holly berries in her hair, and with her royal husband shares the reign of all the dancing. Leaf and twig, bark and stone, and each to each must call his own, and dust to dust through whistlebone, wee folk come a-dancing. Now the dance is all but done, now the rituals have begun, and each face turns to me as one and invites me to the dancing. For all these years you have thought me kin, but now I am the elven heart within. I am that changeling that's sent to learn from men. I am the prince of all the dancing. And leaf and twig, bark and stone, and each to each must call his own, and the dust to dust through whistlebone, the wee folk come a-dancing. Thank you.
Anyways, the song was by Al Curry. The slides were by Joan Hankey Woods, who was supposed to be here. But we seem to have a Corflu tradition going. Last year, after I won this hotly contested race for this year's Corflu, Art Whitner gave me money, and then Rich Brown gave me a check for $25.25 from Joan Hankey Woods, who couldn't make it last year. So whoever wins tomorrow gets a check for me, $25.25.